This is Total War Ancient Empires 2.0. Our campaign has taken many turns, twists. Scipio Africanus himself nearly was felled in the Balearic Islands because of a stone. It's a curious thought to think just how much the scribes of history would change if Scipio Africanus died on the Balearic Islands because of a stone. Thankfully, Rome triumphed and has now moved on their way to new foreign lands. Scipio is now in Spain. Let's check out the rest of our map. The Balearic Islands are still in full turmoil. The Romanization of the island has been somewhat brutal, although a calming hand. Scipio laid a calming hand on this city after subjugating their military might. They should consider themselves fortunate. Over in the north, our leader, Sextus Julius, remains as our northern sentry, defending off the anger of the barbarians. In a surprising turn of diplomatic events, the Helvetii have descended from their hills to sack the city of Mediolanum. And of course, the Ligurian horde is brewing for battle. No doubt, encouraged by excess mead imported by the story they hear from the bards of how their barbarian brothers once upon a time descended upon Rome and sacked the eternal city herself. Look at her majesty. So let's get right into it. This northern threat has to be pacified. But first, let's increase our force details. We are Legio 1 Fidelis. We are as reliable as it can be. What should our expansion here and our traditions be? We have 2 points. Decorated officers, maybe. I am liking expert field engineering just because it provides a small selection of deployable defenses when attacked. That can be interesting. So let's go here. We're going to increase the defenses we gain. Now, another core problem here is the amount of men we have. So we're going to see if we can switch this out.
We hunger for battle. We hunger for battle.
Yes. Replenish. Replenish, mighty lord. And we shall send Lucius
Commander,
Paulus to clean up these 3 units.
orders. Kill the cowards!
We're going to auto-resolve. In protective formation. There better not be any unnecessary losses. I'm going to be upset. Okay, good. Thank you.
Commander,
That was Paulus's first engagement. You see, Paulus descends from an interesting family. An interesting Roman family. His forefathers before him fought in the Samnite Wars. Therefore, he was given martial education. Which is good for a small unit, I think, right? The +2 morale for the general's bodyguard is, extra useful when He's just kind of like in the background, making sure everything's good. We're going to give him... Raise banner. Presence. Reconnaissance. Warcry. Those are a lot of powers. We're going to do a bold warrior here. Second wind, it takes wit and cunning to send hundreds of horsemen towards the enemy without impaling them on enemy pikes. That is true. A shield wall's perfection when commandeered by a staunch leader. Okay. We'll go infantry. For now. We're going to rush him back to Batavium. Batavium. Batavian, potato. I swear I'm going to do an episode on proper pronunciation. See what I did there? Pronunciation. Alright.
Ready for orders.
Africanus needs maybe another turn. I don't like how few men he has in his own thingamahwhack. So,
Ready for orders.
yeah.
We hunger
I'm going to need
for
you to raise. It'd be a damn shame to lose such an incredible hero to Roman, you know, impetuousness.
Ready for orders. It is
So we're going to let that sit.
sir.
Let's check out our public order problems. This is problem. The Balearic Islands are still in full revolt. That is a concern. We have one more turn for you. Can I get you anyone else? Yeah. Was that a Stadi?
We need good
Could I do two Stadi? No. But I could do... No, I could do a Stadi and you. No, it's 2 turns.
It
I'm going to
is
give
a
you...
great and glorious thing to serve your people.
We're at 656 per turn.
Commander,
I can't peel off any of you guys. You're just such an effective fighting force. It'd be a shame to do such a thing. So we're going to give this guy 1 unit and prepare him
we need
for defense of the Balearic Islands. Surely this is where the revolt will come from. Interesting detail. When you're dealing with revolts, I am 98% positive the revolt appears in the last province that you recently conquered. But don't quote me on that.
at your command.
After all, you never know what happens in history. Some strange things do occur. This is what we need to be careful of. Right here. These 2 locations. These guys are good friends. There's rumor that a large migration is hoping to occur. The Helvetii themselves have nowhere to run. But we are awaiting more information from our scouts. Let's go check out over here in Spain. We are going to bring down our spy. What are we working with here? After all, we are preparing for invasion of Spain in a few short turns. We need to know how powerful these enemies are. Speaking of, how much? Okay. And you don't like me either. But if I declare war on you, you might actually become friendly. What provinces is part of? Can we tell? Is there a province? Like a domain indication? Slave sanitation, culture, region growth, public order. Oh, here we go. Toggle geographic mode? No. Military force filter, agent filter, settlement filter? No. Siege filter, resource filter? No. Alright, that's too bad. Well, I guess strategic overview. No, I wouldn't either. Okay. I think we are set. Let's see. Our tech is good. We are at Hispanic Arms. All good, all good, all good. Let's move on.
Battle.
No, we can't move on, can we? Because we have skills. So this is a governor. He is a civil engineer. Let's check out his skills here. He is sanitation, tax rate, influence, talented statesman. He likes his own voice. Okay. Sounds like a douche or a streamer. One of the two. Talented statesman. Native discontent minus 10%. And you are which region? Does it say? Does it say which? Does it fucking say which region? Does it say which region? Really annoying. I mean, I'm assuming it's Magna Graecia, right? Because it takes me to the region, so I appreciate that, right? So we're going to assume that that's right. So let's check out what's going on here. Native discontent, difficulty level, taxes, governors, and characters, -2. Native discontent is the core problem. 10% research rate. That is sanitation. I have 2 skills. That is 10% as well. We're going to start with you. Kato, you're going to do the same. But I'm going to put 1 in sanitation for you there. This is Gaius the Merciful. We're going to do the same. Volso, planner, pragmatic, construction cost, native discontent. Hopefully that'll balance some things out. Let's end the turn. Seems like an easy battle. I don't think we need to fight this one. We're going to auto-resolve in a protective stance. Did we lose any men? Lost a total of 600. Does it say how many? That needs to be changed. That needs to be more specific. You know, that's useful information to me. Looks like Spain is moving around. Okay. Friendlies, though. Lycaria. You bastard. Bring it. Bring it. I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna mess you up. We have a lot of light horse. This is going to be an interesting fight. What are we dealing with here? And we are fighting in the city, correct? No. Why? Why am I sallying out? Oh, because I'm not actually in the city. I don't think we can take such a big force without walls, city streets, or anything like that. So we are going to retreat and hopefully stay close enough to Patavium. Yes, it worked. Fantastic. I say let them come. You know what? This is an interesting development. Now we have allies. This is what happens. I almost quoted Donnie from Big Lebowski, but for the sake of cleanliness, I held my tongue.
You have recruited so many units, the treasury is buckling under the weight of
Let me get rid of you.
You have recruited so many units, the treasury is...
Shut up. Baetica has risen against us. This faction is no more. Carthage is paying their debts. Corsica at Sardinia is running low. The feast. Your allies arrive, bringing gifts of gold and spices. They anticipate a great feast that will bring your great nations closer together. Plus 30 with the Veneti tribes. I like that. The Veneti right now are coming in clutch. Here.
We hunger for battle. Ready
Now the question is, how do I... Now, they are helping there, but I'm not hitting the main force. But that's okay. Maybe that'll open up options.
At your command.
Gonna give you a little extra push.
For death and honor.
As expected,
Advance.
the units have entirely...
Commander.
Batavium will not help with any garrison
We
at the
hunger
moment.
for battle.
So... Is it possible to
Ready for
goat them?
battle.
I need to be in range just in case, but I also need to be in range, you know what I mean? Let's zoom in here and make sure that my army is still close
On the move.
enough. I hope that works.
Get the fortifications
Now,
ready.
I could move these units in here right now to take them out. Oh, maybe that's our move right there. A swift crushing blow to the Ligurian units. That might
Ready for battle.
make sense, right? That might make sense.
Commander.
Quickly take out this unit.
Ready for orders.
You're not able to counter, right? No, because you're a ship. How far can you run? Not far enough.
Ready for battle.
There we go. Roman speed is going to win the day. Once again, let's move Lucius Caesar into a major battle with the Ligurians.
To battle.
Yes, we ride. Fantastic! Seems simple enough. The added horse will reinforce this a little sooner. It may take some time for the ground infantry to reach us. Let's see what the field looks like. Okay. High ground seems to be equal share. Seems to be some sort of hill in the middle that we'll have immediate command of. Easy peasy. I'll see you on the field.
Before night comes again, this battle will be over. Whether the day goes well or ill is in our hands.
Enemy
The
reinforcements have been
gods will
spotted.
favor those who help themselves, so take up your arms and prepare. Dignity, honor, strength, glory, all good ideals to live and fight by.
Agreed. And with those principles, the largest army Rome has fielded will gather their strength to fend off the Ligurian invasion that we intentionally badgered. The idea is to get all the barbarian idiots into one place so we can quickly and decisively cut the head off of the snake. I guess we should call it a snake pit. There are multiple snakes that have to be handled. God bless you. Little twist to our storyline today. As you can see, units in the background. Lucius Paulus, a new Roman, taking the stage, working hand in hand with Lucius Caesar to bring down Liguria as quickly as possible. He is a commander in training, eager to prove his worth to the new Julii faction leader. Friendship might be brewing. But Lucius Caesar has ideas for this individual. Potentially sending him out to Macedon in order to help control the Greeks. The territories are important for trade reasons. Connecting their allies to the fellow Spartans, Athenians, Rhodesians, It's important to keep those allies intact. Once again, we have beautiful sights to behold as our army slowly takes the stage. It appears our generals attempting to get an advantageous position, inspecting the battlefield, the hillside. But it's important for his armies to unify as quickly as possible. There he is, Lucius Caesar himself, the man, the myth, the legend, who's really becoming a mythic commander known to the Roman world. The enemy has been spotted. They are in the distance, assembling themselves. I suppose they're allowed a little extra time. No need to rush the killing. The festivities will begin shortly. You can imagine how difficult it is logistically to organize the rank and file of each man, especially when you have multiple legions converging into a single point. What is that like? The egos, the commands, whom acquiesces to whom. Imagine being a legion, typically fighting side by the same men, but in this instance, due to the excess Roman reinforcements coming, you might be fighting against strangers. I wonder if that changes your idea of how the battle will go, if your confidence levels increased or decreased with numbers or different faces. For barbarians, it does not matter. That is one advantage the barbarians have, is they're not rooted in habitual behavior. No, they're wild and free. Well, free for now, am I right? It appears the generals are meeting here. Caesar himself. Where did he go? Caesar himself undoubtedly trying to reach out, there we go, to start conversations with Paulus on what his expectations are with his current unit and rank. Paulus there, impetuous, you can tell. His unit eager to prove themselves to the already battle-hardened Legion of Fidelity. The enemy are still camped up on the hill. Their conversation nearing a close. Most likely the battle will begin in a few hours.
Stand up straight. You are one of the sacks of fun.
We will reorganize. Most likely, this strategy will be to take the hill. Let's take a look at what we're looking at here. Most likely, Lucius Caesar, being the smart tactician that I recognize him as, will try his best to use this hill advantage. And what I expect to have happen is he will take the hill and then pivot his left flank a little bit more towards what we will call here the valley. We have Hill 1. We'll call this Hill Garrison Hill, and then Hill 2 on the enemy side. I do not see any hiding reinforcements, so it appears that the full army has been mustered in the open. This is fantastic. They appear excited to die. Well, this unit looks unique. Looks like the metallurgy, the famed metallurgy of the Gauls is starting to express itself. It's a subtly Roman-esque style helmet. Roman-esque style armor as well. Copycats. But they have this terrible barbarian shield. It's useless. Terrible equipment. So the armies are readying themselves. Paulus himself is overlooking his units, assembling them into the rank. We will skip ahead. We will skip ahead to the time when these units are appropriately lined up. many hours later down the road. We'll see you on the field. Behold the largest army Rome has fielded. It appears that the commander here on the Roman left is setting himself up on this hill so he can easily command. Paulus comes to join him. Learning how to command is a key part of today's battle for Paulus. It's important that he shows that he can listen and he can go with the flow. Now, the Veletae units are moving up into advanced position. They aren't quite in battle formation yet, but they are cautiously taking the hill, Garrison Hill, as we call it. It's vital to get as much of the height advantage as possible when dealing with ranged weapons. Increasing that ranged is an enormous advantage, even for the Pilum. Even for the Pilum. Now see what units we have. This is our Sochi cohort. Oh, nope, that's our Veletaes. This is our Sochi cohort unit here. There's still a little, they're still a little wound down here in terms of numbers. But they've been effective all along, and they actually appreciate being on the front line. More Roman honor for them. Now, you can tell they are stretching out their lines into battle formation in order to take on the initial brunt force of the barbarian advance. Their charge is always the most difficult part. The advantage always goes to the barbarian in the early rounds of the engagement. The skirmish line is advancing into the valley, goading the enemy, adapting the width in order to match the width of the front line. This is an important feature when retreating in skirmish mode for these units. That way, they can retreat to safety automatically if they decide to send their cavalry, which is what they're doing here. They are rushing their cavalry down. So these Veletaes are going to brush back while the rest of the forces move slightly up to get ready to protect these Veletae units, these wounded, these vulnerable Veletae units. Another crash again. We're about to have our initial charge. The cavalry is not slowing down. Pilum is surely getting ready. Now they thought twice. Oh, the left flank is coming in here. Oh, the Hastati are not organized. They could not get a Pilum throw off. But have no fear. It looks like Sextus Julius Caesar is moving his hoplite units to the far left to reinforce that hilltop. Smart maneuver. Pilum is being thrown now. Lots of javelins are hitting our legions here, so they go straight into Testudo. More cavalry is poking and prodding this Roman left line. On the far right, it appears we have a cavalry engagement as well, so a legion unit moves itself into position to take the majority of that charge in order for this cavalry unit to come in and clean up the rest. The Roman right is looking secured by cavalry engagement. The Roman left looking secure by phalanx troops. And now Paulus and Sextus Julius have moved up to encourage the majority of their ranged forces here to take out and decimate in a gauntlet these charging cavalry units.
Our general is being attacked! Keep him alive!
The barbarians are just rushing into battle. The formation of the Romans are holding strong. A devastating javelin throw through this Roman line here. They are readjusting their ranks, preparing for the next charge. They are taking a lot of ranged damage unnecessarily, but protecting this wing is confusing the targeting of this here unit. Looks like the Roman cavalry are flooding around the right side. Here in the Roman center, our front lines are holding strong. The lines are holding accurately and strong. Velites are in the rear, basically supporting. Overall, the units are looking pretty good. The formations are doing pretty well here. This is just a classic melee combat-esque battle. These front line engagements are crucial. It appears some barbarian units are losing their courage naturally. In order to increase the morale, looks like some cavalry units have joined for some mixed unit tactics here on the front line. Doesn't appear quite effective though. The density of men has slowed down their charge, and it seems that they are retreating to reorganize themselves. Ranged fire is a problem here for some of the general's unit, but it appears he made it out in time. You can see him right here. Reorganizing with Julius. Caesar. Now the units are moving in to reinforce. Let's follow our Triarii. Into the battle they go. Into the heart of the Roman center here. Goading their men to push forward into the Roman legion. It's always funny how barbarians are incredibly excited for the charge, but then the moment the most important parts of the battle start, they lose faith. This is why civilization would do them so good. Looks like our general here has come in for a charge, looking to clean up this unit easily. Phalanx held them in hammer and anvil formation. Easy to pick off. What's going on here on the Roman right? Looks like we are having our cavalry wheel around, preparing for side flank engagements. It does seem that the enemy is losing their nerve. In a genius formation and in column formation, the Velites are sweeping around, getting ready for side flanks. Sometimes just having them there is enough to scare the units. Just seeing them move in formation is enough to break the will of the enemy. Our cavalry wheel around the back. Our units are beginning to recognize victory is indeed at hand. Men are starting to flee. The center is pushing up. This could be it. This could be it. It does appear that the units are running. They are in full route, giving them access to peel and throw after peel and throw, and it appears that the cavalry themselves are gearing up for a final assault. That is Lucius Sextus Caesar himself. And the Romans come down to eliminate their fleeing enemy, the cowards. The cowards. The devastation of the charge is apparent. These men have absolutely nowhere to run. I believe in the background right there is Paulus himself. Where you going, bud? Where you going? Okay. Oh. Ooh, one-on-one. This Roman soldier is taking on a unit 1i1, and he, of course, is victorious. He is a son of Mars, after all. And it appears that Rome is victorious. I'll see you on the campaign map. Rome has conquered once again. What a great battle. Lucius Paulus has really gone under Lucius Caesar's wing. He is a Roman who is rising in the ranks. He did an excellent job just then. He did an excellent job. He's gearing up for, according to Caesar, either a campaign in the north or possibly a campaign in Macedon. But right now, the Ligurian threat needs to be pacified. Hopefully, our ally won't leave this unit just hanging about. That would be
We hunger for battle.
We're going to remove Paulus there and start tacking on our main invasion force with Lucius Caesar.
At your
I
command.
don't like how weak Lucius Caesar is.
Commander.
I don't like that.
March.
But it's all good. We're going to give a Hastati. Some Principe. I can't. There's too many. It's too many, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. How many Hastati do I have? We'll trade a Hastati for Principe. How many Principe do I have? 2? I need 3. Definitely need 3. That's probably
Make
good.
haste, men.
Yeah, that works.
We
That works.
hunger for battle.
We're gonna bring you down
Hold this a garrison.
to hold the garrison until the converting is completed. You, sir, are gonna be put right here within range.
You there. Get to
Actually,
work.
you know what? Can I just waltz in? I can I? Who's more men? You're the chieftain. You're the chieftain.
At your
Probably
command.
make more sense for me to just knock this guy out. Start making my way towards the now
We
weakened
hunger for
enemy.
battle. Wipe them out.
120 men. We're going to auto-resolve into protective. Boom! Right in the face.
At once. Ready for battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is our episode. A little quick one today. As we extend our northern campaign, Scipio Africanus is healing his units, getting ready to extend his reach to the Iberian territories to take them under Roman control. Yes. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.